What's up guys, it's your boy Willie Lane, sickest in the game, and tonight we're going to be disassembling and then reassembling my computer. There's a few reasons we're doing this. Number one, my house is like pretty bad for dust, so the entire system's just matted in dust. All the fans are, I can't even imagine the water cooler, what that's like. Second of all, I've got these cool rubber fan mounts that are pretty sick. I'm going to be putting those on all the fans just to keep down noise and stuff like that. That is one of the goals of the system, is to be fairly quiet. Even though I'm still running hard drives and a blower cooler, I still want it to be as quiet as it can be. And third of all, I've had this hardware issue with my motherboard, and I want to try and diagnose it before I decide what to do next, if I'm going to try and RMA it this late, because I've already owned it a year. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to get underway. And I think the face cam was going to turn off, but I'll still have the desk cam down here, and I'll pull out my other phone if I need to film anything else. Intensely heavy. See, there's like quite a bit of dust on the system. Alright, so I just want to give you a quick look at what the dust looks like on here. It's pretty crazy, like just the amount of dust. Just look at that, man. Hey, well, I was looking at this before. Come on, focus, come on. Look at that. Look at that. So it's day 2 of working on my computer at the moment. I had to give up last night. I've been dusting my graphics card. I dusted this USB card as well, and I started to dust my power supply. There was just so much dust built up in these things, and I've also dusted all my Noctua fans, so they're all fully dusted at the moment, all fully cleaned. It was a lot of work though, and I had the vacuum going all night and stuff like that. And I've just come to I've come to this point where it's just like, it's just too much, and I don't want to do this ever again. I've had to individually clean each component very gently with a brush and stuff like that. That's not really what you want to do with computer components. Anyways, part of the reason it's so dusty is because my case is completely open. It's an open case. There's no dust filters. There's no front panel. Side panel, I guess you call it on this case. Let me just angle it this way so you can see, sort of. Yeah, it operates with this area fully open. All the fans push air into the case, and there's just a heap of dust build-up. And like I said, none of the intakes except for the power supply have any griller on them or anything like that. And you know, as much as I love this case, it's so good. There's just like so many things that I like about it. I've got the front drives here, so I've got my Blu-ray burner, I've got my hard drive tray thing that I can swap hard drives in and out of, a hot swap port, I guess. I've got more drives down this side, some of my hard drives. Yeah, it's just been a really good case. I like the way it displays the graphics card as well in this orientation, and then also, because my setup is so complex and there's so many things going on, it's good to have well, it's not good, it's I need to have the I/O at the top so I can reach everything, because I'm always having to swap out components, especially like USB webcams and stuff like that. That stuff just stops working randomly, and I need to replug it and stuff like that, because in software it doesn't always just work for me to reset things, you know. Anyways, it's I think, well, what I've done is I've gotten a new case. I've got a I'll just pick it up here. Yeah, I'll put it on Elvis. Is there a better picture of it? There we go. So that's the new case I have. Why did I pick this case? That's how sure I am. Okay. So part of the reason I picked this case was, so first of all, we're going to be tipping it, so it's going to actually look like this. So part of the reason we got this case is because the front panel is just completely just plastic. There's no holes in it. So having it face down like this computer is going to be fine, because this computer actually orientates this way. This is how this computer is meant to look, but I've got it orientated onto its front, which means I lost there's a big 140mm fan down here, and then these were the drive cages before. So I had that flat against the bottom, and that's going to be the same orientation of this computer. So that's the main reason I picked this. This isn't white. This is actually red and black. Yeah, I really like this case. I'm going to give it a go and just see how I feel. And it's got a front window as well. I really could have just modded this to the point where it had like a front window and I closed up the sides and stuff like that, but that would have been just so much work. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to be building this today. I'm not sure if I'm going to film everything, because it's such a hassle getting the cameras out, and like my cameras are just not cooperating today. So I might film parts of it, interesting parts, if I run into any problems. And yeah, in the picture they also have I noted that they had a blower cooler in the picture, which is the same as my card. Because I know usually with my other case, I'll just go get it. So this is the View 27 on top. And this case is interesting because it does have a front mounted graphics card. So the graphics card would go like that inside the case. But the issue is that it's right against the front panel. So this is acrylic, by the way, which is so crap. Do not get an acrylic window ever. They're the worst. But that is what allows it to have this curve at the top, which is pretty cool. It's like one of those seagull. I was thinking of Pokemon. That's a windgull. Anyways, it's got like a seagull sort of style door on it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this acrylic scratches and gets all dusty really quick. I mean, so will glass, but in this one you can see all the defections and stuff like that in it. Anyways, my issue with this case is that the front mounted graphics card that has it out this way was right next to the front panel, and it suffocated the card pretty much. In this picture, it has the graphics card, a blower style graphics card mounted in that same place. So I'm interested if it's sort of like they thought about that in the design and left more space, because it was getting suffocated against the front panel there. Anyways, I hate this case, by the way, don't buy one. So yeah, I'm going to be pretty much just putting all these components into this new case, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot smaller than this case, which is, I guess, a good thing. I like it to be a bit bigger. My one concern at the moment is I know for a fact that I have way too many hard drives in this case. This case only supports, like, I think 3 hard drives or something like that, plus the 2 solid state drives. Yeah, I've got a few more than that, so I'm going to have to see how it goes. So I've just taken the CPU core off the CPU, and as you can see, I've put way too much thermal paste on there. There's just so much thermal paste on there at the moment. This is actually, it could even cause problems if it touches traces and stuff like that. So that is not what you want with a computer. So I'm going to need to clean that. So yeah, they're pretty dusty. Holy crap, it's just caked on there, man. Just completely caked on there. It's crazy how much that is. So dusty. So yeah, this is the reason we're getting a case. It's just this crazy amount of dust. Like, what is that doing for cooling? Like, is there any cooling going on at the moment? Like, holy shit. It's just sitting there too. Like, that's where it's been. Okay, so I had an open style case previously, and I really liked it. I'll show some pictures of it now. But, and it was sitting just there. So let me just have a quick look there. It just sat there and was just operating these two systems. So I got my desktop system and then my couch top system, I guess. And it just sat there in the middle, and this is how much dust it collected over 1 year. So I put this system together a year ago, and this is what it looks like. It's pretty intense. So yeah, so this is running without filters. It had like these little metal filters on there just to protect from wires and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, so I've set my camera up so you can see into the case and at the LEDs, and I've got my screen here of the stuff. And I said before that I didn't have a USB 2 thing. Well, that thing that I pointed at actually did. You can actually make that USB 2. So I have USB 2 now, and just to prove it, I can make the fans go up. So I'm going to move it to fixed. And so you can just hear the room at the moment. That's how loud the room is. So yeah, there you go, that works. Okay, I go over to colors, and I've got red because that's the color I want. And yeah, there's no light at all. Let's try blue. So this should be a drastic change. Nothing happens. Let's try white. Nothing. Try turning it off. Turn it on. Smart device. Well, let's try breathing. And let's see where you pick second. Let's try yellow. So yeah, so it is working. The smart device is, that's the wrong one. It's working because I can change the fan speed. That works fine. What's up, guys? So the system's fully together at the moment, and it looks pretty sick. Overall, I'm really happy with this case. It looks awesome. It's a shame about the vertical mount, but you know, I actually don't mind it looking this way. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. Unfortunately, I am actually just about to pack it up again, put it back in the box, and take it back to my local store. The reason is, the LEDs are now working, they look great. They show up on the glass a bit, which I don't really like. I wish they were... Oh, I guess you put like a diffuser on there, like, you know, like a bit of acrylic or something. I might try hook something like that up, because they're just very... You can totally see the LED diodes, I guess. Anyways, that's not the problem. What is the problem is my my motherboard or my RAM. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm going to try RMA either one of them. I'm going to get the store to work out which one's the problem. But basically at the moment, I'm pretty sure it's the motherboard. I've been talking to Asus support, and they said I'm probably eligible for RMA for it. What the issue is in Windows, it shows up as 8 gigabytes available and 8.1 gigabytes hardware reserved. And in BIOS, it only shows up as 8 gigabytes. The problem being, I have a 16 gigabyte kit, and as soon as I switch around the RAM sticks, like I put it's occupying the second and third slot in the moment. But if I change the third slot to the first slot, so the slots will go 1, 1, 0, 0. Then my full 16 gigabytes shows up. So it's either a problem with the RAM slot itself being broken or something else. The problem has persisted through Windows installation, so I've reinstalled Windows on this with a different drive, different everything else, and the same problem has persisted, and it's in BIOS too, so I imagine it's hardware related. And I'm on the latest BIOS revision as well. So anyways, I'm just gonna pack it up, take it back to the store. They said it could take up to 6 weeks or something like that, which is ages without my computer. So I'm actually gonna remove all of the hard drives, the SSD, and install them on my other computer, just temporarily while I have this one at the shop. But yeah, I'm gonna be saying goodbye to my computer. This video is probably gonna be edited between my laptop and my TV computer, which I just built, which I'm also making another video on. But yeah, otherwise the case looks so good. You know, I really loved my old case, but it was just time for a change, and this does look great in the end. You know, like I said, it's heartbreaking to let go of the old girl, but yeah, this looks so nice. Such a nice alternative, and hopefully it's a lot less maintenance, except for this whole, you know, I'm gonna have to take the hard drives out, which means taking all the cables out. It's gonna be a whole pain. Anyways, with that, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Like, rate, subscribe, share my videos. I love making them. And yeah, check out some of my other videos. Alright, peace, guys.